Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm sitting with my radiators, and we got these radiators to improve the heat of our house. As you remember, we moved the heating boiler stove all the way there in the corner, and it's working really good, except that I did a calculation based on the radiators we have. I checked online, there's a graph that shows you how much power each radiator puts out, and we only come to 4.5 kilowatts for the whole house on almost a 20 kilowatt stove. So that just pretty much means that our stove is putting out a lot more than these guys can put out. Plus also 4.5 kilowatts is not enough for the size of our house. So here we are adding, I think this is 1.6 on each of these, 1.6 kilowatts. So this adds up to 32, 48 4.8 kilowatts more. So we are getting closer to the 10 kilowatts. We're actually nearly on the 10 kilowatts, which is actually what kind of minimum we need for our house to keep it warm. So hopefully this is gonna help. Plus we're also adding heated floors on the extension, not extension but the entrance and the bathroom, and also in the extension, yeah, actually we're adding heated floors there. So that's also counting like as a big radiator. But the heated floors are a lot more efficient than radiators, that is for sure, because they retain their heat a lot longer and they're much more less power needed because they're a lot lower temperature than the radiators. But I think that these big ones, 3 of these spread out through a house plus the existing radiators, is definitely going to be a huge upgrade. We were looking for used radiators, but the only ones we found in this size, I think there was only one in this size and then all kinds of random other sizes, the ones that are pulled out of houses. And yeah, the price was not reasonable in the sense that it was not worth it. It was like, I think at 50 per radiator, 50 euros per radiator. And we got these for 65 brand new with 12-year warranty apparently, which is crazy. And it comes with the brackets, which used ones never do. And it comes with all of these. So just in this brackets, I think are 455 euros just to buy 2 brackets. And these valves plus all these attachments and screws, probably another 4 or 5 euros. So it's already 10 euros in just those extras that you would need to buy for used radiators. So I think it's a pretty good deal. For 65 each we paid, and that was on a discount from 120 euros on a sale. So I think we got pretty lucky because they're selling out pretty quick now that everyone's kind of, oh yeah, I need my heating system sorted. So let's stop talking and start assembling these because we need to get them on fast since we want to heat up the house today and have these installed. It's quite a bit of a mess because we need to probably get into the old system and the water's going to be leaking everywhere. It's going to be a mess.
Hopefully not everywhere.
Yeah, because the radiators you cannot empty with the sucking of the pump, and we just closed up the stove, so we stopped the water from coming out of the stove, and we hope that the line doesn't have so much water, and I can hold it with my finger while Despot empties me the buckets. So yeah, let's get started. First prepare the radiators and have them ready for their places. So first radiator, as you can see, is on. It looks pretty good. It's very nice and stable, very strong, nice brackets that they add with it. Even on our fragile bricks, it attached really nicely. And we have to now cut the pipes open. So we are just gonna cut them where we need to, and pretty much, yeah, just hook it on, and it's gonna leak the water through the pipes, and we're gonna catch them with these little trays and dump them into this bigger tray. Hopefully we're not gonna be sitting here for a while doing this, but I think it shouldn't be more than a few liters. In the pipes itself, the radiators, I've closed up every radiator, so the radiator should not give all the water, and from there the radiators can give it, but we don't really care because we anyways need to get those empty, so we could just start leaking those out as well. So yeah, let's get started.
It has no water, so that's all that was in there.
Pretty good, no?
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, we have one radiator on. It was a lot easier than I thought and a lot less water than I was expecting. So hopefully now for the next ones that we have emptied more the pipes, and hopefully there's not going to be much coming out after, but we'll see. The worst thing about these is the bending connections. I hate that, but not the connections but the pipes. They flex quite a bit. It was pretty much from the first time we made it nice and straight, and first time you turned it on, the heat made them bend, and they pretty much stayed like that. People have said to add more connections, but we've been to a place, a guy added an insanely amount of connections, and all the connections just popped out of the wall. Like it, from the heat expansion, it just popped the connections out because it wants to go somewhere. So it's okay for now, for temporarily. We are going to switch to heated floors in the future, and these radiators will go in the barn. So I think we're going to be fine for now, or upstairs they might go as well. We'll see where we're going to repurpose them. But we do want to switch to heated floors, so these pipes will leave. That's why we're not really caring how they look at the moment. But yeah, let's move on to the bedroom. So as you can see, the radiator is on. We have the original one right in front of it. It's pretty much double the size what we upgraded, so it's quite a lot more heat is going to come out. But this radiator is not leaving. It is actually going on that wall. We originally wanted it all the way there in the corner, but that's really tight on space. and here's a lot more space, and this whole thing is gonna get rearranged. We are gonna take all this down. It's kind of was a temporary kind of closet. We don't like an open closet anyways, it's very dusty, and this thing, the weight that is on here is way too much for these little brackets on the walls, so this whole thing is gonna go away anyways. So yeah, we can put the radiator there for future, and the other side the same thing. So let's get this thing attached. So as you can see, we are done. Both radiators are in their places, and I think it looks pretty good. And we have a lot more power than we need for this room, which means in really cold winters we're going to be able to heat up this room no problem. Because before, with just this small one, was definitely not enough. This pretty much, yeah, would need like 3 of these small ones to heat it up. So now having kind of equally to 3 of them. So I think it's going to be pretty good. We have it a bit close to the curtain, but it's going to be perfectly fine here because the side is just a cover. The hot part is here. And the bottom is just touching a plastic pipe, not really transferring heat that well. They're specifically meant for touching things. So I think it's going to be fine here. We'll monitor it, not to get anything too hot. But anyways, our water is around 65 degrees max. So 45 is roughly where the radiator stays at. So I don't think they get really that hot to anything to catch fire anyways. So yeah, let's move on to the other room. We're not going to show you too much because we have already probably filmed a lot. And it's getting late. We need to just get it done really quick. So we have finished with the radiators, everything's attached, everything's done. Hopefully everything's watertight, we will see that once we start filling it up. But the first thing we need to do is now fill it up with water. And yeah, and then we can finally start up the stove because it's getting quite cold all day, no heating. And yeah, so we would like to get a bit of heat in the house, and especially with the new radiators, I really want to know how much difference will it make? How much less wood will we need to burn to achieve the same temperatures as we usually do? So yeah, let's get the water in and yeah, hopefully see the results. So it's a few days later and it is working really good. The radiators have been a huge upgrade. I did have to mess around with the settings on each radiator just to make them all enough spread out, because if you have them all wide open, then the first one gets all the heat and then the rest don't even get anything. We had a point where the kitchen one, which is the furthest one on the loop, it's the 5th or 6th radiator on the loop, and that one was getting nothing. It was ice cold. So after this stove's been burning for like 20-30 minutes, all the radiators were hot except that one was ice cold. So I turned all the radiators pretty much like to the lowest, and then that was starting to get hot. And then with the heat camera, I'm just going through and checking, and all of them were equally 50 degrees, 51 degrees. So then I know that all of it is kind of equalizing the heat. So yeah, that's the good thing about the adjusting on the radiators. That's why I like. So yeah, and that's gonna be kind of it. We are done with the radiators. I hope for this year we're gonna have heated floors. That's gonna increase the heat a lot as well. But definitely it's been an upgrade. We just need the hallway done now, and the door actually needs sealed because that's the biggest call for the house. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed, and we're gonna see you next time. This thing is pretty good.